money back, money back, money back, woo! Money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all, yeah, so don't be talking sideways, sideways, sideways.
Out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now, too up right now. I'm too, on one day on my third, I was too broke, now I'm too rich, made 100K on my third shift, I'm a boy, so, boy, and I'm a gangster, and you a, boy, man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Los Angeles Chargers. That's fielded in the end zone.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
He'll be brought down at the 43. Joey Bosa in on the stop. To throw is Cox. Looking to throw on second down. Now the hook up here to Allen Robinson. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw. Cox. And Robinson with a big catch. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. A first trip to the red zone for the Bears. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They go counter with Howard. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Cox now to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Here's Cox throwing on 3rd and long. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Caught left side, Williams. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. This is Gordon on the dump off. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And right side, Hiller's got it. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. First and 10 right at the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll set up a throw. Going underneath for Gordon. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. For it, and he will. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. He may try and run for this. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off the decision to go for it. 1st and goal. tuck it and run. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
And the ball situated at the 9, second and goal.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney! Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
They go option right on second and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a third down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? It's set up to throw. He's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. The Chargers will bring out the field goal unit now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick here is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. That will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. And what did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick, but that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. First throw now for the backup Trubisky. He leaves this one for Howard. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He's airing it out for Williams. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Over.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. First down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun, gun! Gun, gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Buying time to his left. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Lucky 56.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6. The extra point up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Cox looking to throw on 2nd down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a 1st down. A give to Howard. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Credit the tackle there to Uchenna Nwosu.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Tackle made there by the safety, Derwin James.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. The Bears on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Cox operating from the gun. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Denzel Perryman in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. This is Howard on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 9 yards on the gain there, so from 2nd and 19, now we've got a 3rd and 10. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Cox. From the gun, he'll throw. Throw left side complete. It's Burton. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
Back to throw now on 1st down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Gone. Detroit.
Now back to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. This quarterback now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10.
Detroit.
Back to throw. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Watch him now, Barney.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Right over there. Yeah. Right, 58, right there. Gone.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. And that one results in 35 yards. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10.
56. Detroit. Play. Gone.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the left hash, this from 37. And this one is right through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Short kick. One of the up mid will take it down. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Throwing to start the drive. Cox. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here in Carson with the Chargers on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They go with Howard again. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Cox. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Burton. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the handoff, this is Howard. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Cox now to throw on second down. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Looking to throw. Cox. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. A little too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
Yeah, really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And Gold is able to put it through. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Lucky 56. Gone, 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 gone.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot that they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. It's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. As his guys are in for 6. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Cox on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The rookie picked off the rookie.
And guess what? They're pretty familiar with each other. It's not like when I was growing up and the dinosaurs were roaming the earth and you heard about a guy somewhere. Now they run into each other at camps, going through high school ball, recruiting, college games, all-star games, you name it. A lot more familiarity with each other.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Detroit! Detroit!
Back to throw here. And he comes back with one complete. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. This is Gordon on the dump off. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
They'll look to throw here. He'll find his man on the comeback route. Complete. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Fights off the defender, eluding the pressure right. And he fires one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Leopard! Leopard!
4 down, check, 4 down.
Gone, gone! Gone, gone!
They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. It's their quarterback scoring on the 2-yard keeper. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Lock in.
Now Trubisky. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Detroit!
They'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the... He's got him in. Complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Point after, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds and maybe can ignite.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 34. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Detroit! Gone!
They'll set up a throw. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Again, it's Howard. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect it. Taking it about the 36. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. Because the game, certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Williams. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
On 1st down, they go option to the right. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the gain there, and that leaves him with 14 yards still to go on 3rd down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Detroit!
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Watch him now, Barney!
Now Gordon on 1st down. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Watch him now, Barney!
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. He can run, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching, and he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And a quick throw here. That's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Denzel Perryman. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 16. From the gun, it's Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will finally be taken down, but not before he reaches the 38. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Check 43. Red, up. 44's the mic. Check. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
And now he'll tuck it and run. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set.
We go. You see it?
On second down, Trubisky. That is caught by Cohen. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Trubisky with a give to Howard. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Hey, 18.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the home team here, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for the Bears, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll have a quick